slutty bang ever. Getting it on, sneak out of a window. I'm an old ass bitch. We got caught. Really turned on. Clothes came off. There's a ghost in my house. Hey, I'm Shannon. I had sex at basketball camp and I got kicked out. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Click that red button. It's free.com. You don't have to pay any money to subscribe, and you get to see when my new videos come out if you do hit the subscribe button. They send you like an email or something, I think. Notification squad. Also, if you enjoyed this story and you want to see more story times like this one, give this video a big thumbs up. Okay, so if you want... Really? Babe, can you get that, please? I ordered pizza. Okay, so a while back I filmed how I had sex at church camp and I got kicked out of church camp. And I had mentioned that you would think that I would learn from like that camp and not repeat the same mistake again, but I did at basketball camp. So that's the story I'm telling you today. I'm pretty sure the pizza guy just heard me say that I had sex at church camp and got kicked out. Okay. So as you guys know, my parents worked a lot, so they sent me away to camp during summertime. Just because kids are out of school during summer does not mean that the parents get work taken off. I used to be really good at sports. I used to play basketball, soccer, softball. I used to play a lot of sports, and not to toot my own horn or anything, but I was pretty good at sports. I was actually best at basketball. I was a point guard because I'm like kind of short, and I was good at like dribbling and making 3-pointers. So my parents decided they're gonna send me away to basketball camp. So I was excited about this, except for it was an all-girl basketball camp. So you're probably thinking like, Shannon, how the hell did you have sex and get kicked out if it was an all-girl basketball camp? And I know what you're thinking. Let's be honest. Shannon hooked up with another girl at basketball camp. Now that would be a great story and everything, but that's not what happened. But I'll tell you what did. Even though it was an all-girl basketball camp, a lot of times when there's camps and it's like all-girl camp or whatever, there will also be an all-boy camp. So there was an all-boy basketball camp, there was an all-girl basketball camp. I'm pretty sure there was an all-boy like football camp. You know, they had like a bunch of like sports camps, but the guys and the girls were separated. But at mealtime, when we ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it would be like co-ed, so all of us would be together. But that was the only time that like the boys and girls were really like interactive, was during meals. So, yo girl spotted out a super fine guy at the lunch table, and this was like on the first day too. I like spotted out this guy. And this is the type of guy that's like so hot that like you can't stop thinking about him. Your like heart kind of like pounds faster. I was like obsessed with this guy, and I have no idea who he was. I just like saw him and I'm like, oh my god, that is seriously the finest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. But he was like so hot to the point where I was just like, oh my god, there's no way he would even notice me. I wasn't even like gonna try to go there because he was just like at another level. I didn't think I was good enough or like pretty enough for him. I just like would stare at him at lunch, and then I would like, you know, talk to the other girls at my camp and be like, dude, that guy's like so hot, you know? And they're like, Shannon, go talk to him, go talk to him. I was like, no way. Normally, like, I gave 0 fucks. Did you hear that? There's a ghost in my house. Okay, focus. Normally I would give like 0 fucks and like, you know, I'm pretty confident and shit, but like there was something about this guy. He like really intimidated me, and there was just like no way. I just thought like, I'm not good enough for this guy. There's no way he'll even notice me, and even if he saw me, like he wouldn't even think twice about me. I was like feeling very unconfident and like very low self-esteem thinking about this guy, but he was just like so hot. So my friends were like, go talk to him, go talk to him. I'm like, no way, no way. Like there's no way in hell that I'm talking to this guy. And mind you, I'd already got kicked out of church camp for like hooking up with a guy. At this camp I was like, I'm not getting kicked out. I already got in so much trouble from last camp, like I can't get in trouble at this camp. Not even thinking that like I would ever hook up with that hot guy, right? Not a chance in hell. Oh, but it did. Okay, I know this is like stalker obsessed, but like I would walk into like the mealtime, I'd be so excited to like go in to eat because like I knew that he was gonna be there, and I would like look for him everywhere like when I went in to like see if I could see him, just so that I could look at him because he was just like so hot. I know I sound like so pathetic. I was, okay? Still, I would never go talk to this guy. The days go by or whatever, and I think it's like the 3rd day of camp, and this guy is like sitting literally like 2 tables in front of us, right? And I'm sitting like on this side of the table, and he was sitting on the opposite side, like 3 tables down. So like I could see him, and like if he wanted to, he could see me, but he had no idea who I even was. So I'm staring at him, right? I'm like just full on staring, and like I can't stop staring at him, and all of a sudden my eyes and his eyes meet. And my fucking heart stops, and I look away really fast. You know, it was like one of those moments where I'm like, oh my god, I literally just got caught staring at this guy. Like, how fucking embarrassing. I'm like starting to sweat a little bit because I'm like, oh my god, he fucking saw me. Oh my god, he fucking saw me. Like, how embarrassing. And my friend like notices me, like kind of like acting weird. And she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, oh my God, I think he was just looking at me. She's like, Shannon, just go talk to him. Like, go say hi. Like, why are you being so shy? I'm like, no, dude. Like, I'm like the ugly duckling. There's no way like that guy is like gonna want to talk to me. There was another friend, that girl that we were hanging out with, and she was like, why don't we just like go tell him that you like him? And I was like, I don't like him. I don't even know him. I just think he's really hot. And then I started getting freaked out because like, oh my God, my friends are gonna go tell this guy that I like him, and it'd be so fucking embarrassing. Like, please don't do that. Like, please do not do that. But you know how friends are, and so I'm not even joking. Not just one of them, but both of them get up and go walk over to the hot guy. And I am just like literally about to freak out. I'm like, oh my God. So what do? I like get up and I like rush to the bathroom because I'm like so embarrassed. I really did not want this to happen. It's like so fucking embarrassing. I'm like, oh my God, please don't like let my crush know that I like him. This is gonna be so embarrassing. If he doesn't like me back, like I'm gonna be like heartbroken. It's just gonna make me feel worse. I'd rather him just like not even know and like let me admire him for the rest of camp. That didn't happen. No. So my friends go there. They must have talked to him. I don't know what they said to this guy, right? But I am like in the bathroom and I'm in there and I don't want to leave the bathroom because I'm like so embarrassed, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, he's gonna look at me, he's gonna know that I like him, like this is like so awkward. I have to see him so many more days for so many more meals. I'm like, dude, I need to hide the rest of camp. I'm gonna fucking eat in the bathroom. So eventually I grow some fucking balls and I walk out of the bathroom and I go back to sit at the table. My friends are sitting there, and this time I sit like where he can't see me, like so he sees the back of my head, because like I couldn't face like looking at him or him seeing me again, because I know that he's gonna like be like looking for me now. So I sit back, I'm like, what did you say? They're like, nothing, like nothing. I fucking hated my friends at that point. I was like still so embarrassed, sweating, embarrassed. I don't know if you guys have ever felt that before or like had that happen to you, but please let me know down in the comments if you have, because I know that is like the worst, most awkward, uncomfortable feeling ever. I want to know that I'm not the only one that's felt that. So nothing happened. Thank God. Like, woo, I can breathe. We walk out of lunch. This happened like on the third day at like lunchtime. So then like dinner rolls around and I'm like having to go back in. This time I'm not like really sweating it too much because I'm like, okay, you probably forgot about me by now. That's what I'm thinking. We go into dinner and we're eating whatever, and I don't even look for the guy at this point because I don't want him to catch me again looking at him, especially because I know my friends like went up to him and talked to him and I don't know really what they said. It's still an awkward feeling, but I wasn't like as stressed. I just thought like he forgot about it by then. And so I go and I sit down and I'm in the middle of eating dinner and I'm with my friends and like everything's going fine. We're not even talking about that. Obviously I'm still kind of thinking about the guy. When you're like obsessed with somebody and they're like really hot and you just like love them so much, you're obsessed. You can't stop thinking about them. So obviously like he was still on my mind. I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I wasn't like freaking out or anything. So I'm talking to my friends, whatever, and all of a sudden I feel a tap on my shoulder and I look and it's the guy. It's the fucking hot ass guy. My face must have turned fucking bright red. My heart was fucking pounding. I didn't know what to say. I instantly fucking started sweating and I couldn't say anything. And he's just like, hi. And I literally fucking froze. Like, this was probably like the most intimidated I've ever been by a guy before. I literally sat there for like 12 seconds and I didn't say anything, and I kind of just like stared at him and then like looked at my friends like they were gonna fucking say something. And then they're just like being quiet looking at me, and they like kind of look shocked too, because I don't think that they thought he was gonna like come up to me. And I'm like, is he gonna be mean to me? Like I thought he was gonna like bully me or something. I just didn't think a guy would like even like give me the time of day. That like was really cute. Then I finally, like after 12 seconds, I'm like, hi. Like the most intimidated hi you've ever seen, right? Like probably my voice was like cracking like as I was saying it back to him. So he says hi, I say hi back, and he's like, do you mind if me and my friends sit with you guys to have dinner? No, like that's fine. Like, yeah. I'm like, sure. Like totally awkward, and I'm acting like I don't care if they sit with us, like it's not a big deal, like, oh yeah, like that's fine, like you can sit with us. I think there's some extra room for you. You know what I mean? Like trying to play it all cool, like so douchey, so douchey. So he's like, okay, and he's so nice too. He's being so nice to me, and I'm just like trying to act cool. I don't know about you guys, but like when you were younger, or like maybe even now, I was embarrassed to eat in front of guys. I thought it was like not cool. I don't know. I'm fucking weird. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm not the only one. Let me know in the comments. But I was like embarrassed to eat, so I didn't eat anything at dinner. I like literally was just like playing with my food, and we didn't even really talk. I didn't even know what the fuck to say. No joke, for like 5 minutes, like him and his friends were just like talking, and then me and my friends were just talking like at the table. And then all of a sudden, he's like, so what's your name? he asked me and I'm like, oh, I'm Shannon. He's like, oh, I'm da-da-da. I'm not going to say his name. God forbid he fucking ever see this video. And I'm like, oh, cool. And he's like, what school do you go to? So he starts like talking to me, right? We make conversation and he's so fucking nice and he's so hot. And I can't believe that like he's talking to me. And I don't know if he's like, thinks one of my friends is cute. And so that's why he's like hanging out at our table and like talking, because again, I don't know what my friend said. I had the best dinner because like the hottest guy ever was like sitting and like talking to me during dinner, and then like dinner ended and I really didn't want it to end, but it did. So I'm talking to the girls in the dorm and I'm like, he's so fucking hot and he was so nice, like, oh my god, I can't believe he sat with us. And they're like, I know, he's like really cute, because this was like an overnight basketball camp. I don't know if I told you guys that or not. So the next day at breakfast we sat together again, and so like throughout camp, like we were starting to sit through all our meals together, and he was just like really hot. We kind of started like flirting a little bit, and so I like thought that like, okay, maybe he likes me, because I know I'm like head over heels in love with this guy. And by the way, I know I'm talking about like all the guy thing, but like basketball camp was going really well. I was really good at basketball, and at the basketball camp they have this thing where like they pick like the best players, and then at the end of camp you do like a championship game against each other. I had gotten picked to be in the championship game, so I was doing really good at camp, even though I was completely distracted by like this guy or whatever. So I had been picked for championships. I was all excited about it because like, I don't know, it's kind of a big deal at this camp. Again, like a week before camp ends, I end up talking to this guy and he's like, do you want to meet later on? He initiated it this time. I initiated like at church camp with like this other guy. You guys probably think I'm the biggest slutty bang ever. I was. But I was a good slut, okay? And I know like I'm an old ass bitch. We didn't have cell phones then, so we couldn't like text each other like, hey, meet me here at this time or whatever. We had to like say like, okay, at this time, let's meet at this spot. So we ended up meeting and like talking, and honestly, you guys, like I really didn't think that we were gonna like hook up. And this was like giving me flashbacks from my last like camp, because like obviously like I had gotten in trouble last time, and so I was like, there's no way this guy's gonna hook up with me. I thought like maybe we might kiss just like last time. But like I didn't think we were gonna like go all the way, and so I wasn't like really tripping that like I was gonna get kicked out or anything. Well, at this camp it was a little different. I ended up sneaking out, except for this time the girls at camp like were really chill and like cool, so like I was able to tell them. I didn't have to like fucking sneak out of a window this time. Church camp was a different story. The girls weren't as cool there, but these girls were like cool as fuck, and so they're like, yeah, like go meet him, you're gonna have to tell us like everything that happened. Like they were cool. I ended up sneaking out of the dorm, going and meeting this guy. He was there before I got there, which was really nice because I would have felt like really shitty if I got stood up, especially from this guy. He was so hot. Oh my god, he was so hot. You guys have no idea. Fuck, I wish like I had a picture of him that I could show you. Seriously, ugh, he was so dreamy. So anyways, we meet up, and as soon as I get there, we don't even like talk. He just like grabs me and starts kissing me. My heart is just fucking pounding. I'm like, oh my god, is this happening? It's a fucking dream. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna die right now. I can't believe this is happening. I was obsessed, okay? And so I am like kissing him, and I am like really turned on. Like really turned on. We didn't even have to kiss that long. Clothes came off and it was just on. It was fucking on. It was like something that had like been building up that like I really wanted to like hook up with him, and he was just like so hot. It was just like, it was amazing. Amazing, okay? Except for this time, we got caught in action. I didn't know that there were security guards. They like walk around to like make sure like camp is safe and like whatever. Well, we're doing this like in the dark, but again, it's in like a public place, because like at these camps, there's not like rooms that you can go in that are like open at nighttime, you know? So you kind of have to like find like a secret spot. Well, we're like getting it on, and all of a sudden like I see like a flashlight pointed on us. We both like jump like away from each other and like cover ourselves like and look up, like something straight out of a movie, you guys. I'm not even joking. And it's like the security guard, and he's like, you guys are in trouble. That was the only thing that we heard him say. And I'm just like fucking grabbing my clothes and like trying to put them on really quick, like, nope, that wasn't happening. You didn't see that. We weren't doing anything, like trying to like pull it off. The security guard saw everything that we were doing with the fucking spotlight on us. That's basically how I got kicked out of basketball camp, and it really sucked too, because I didn't get to finish like having sex, which was like awful, and I got kicked out before I could finish championships at basketball, so I was really bummed about that. And again, my parents were really pissed. They're like, Shannon, again? Like, really? You just got kicked out of church camp last year. This year you get kicked out of basketball camp. Like, what are we gonna do with you? They ended up sending me away to like a lockdown facility. That's all in my book, by the way. The saddest part about this whole story is that I never got the guy's phone number after that, and I've never seen him again till this day. I don't know what happened to him. For the longest time, I like thought like, oh my god, I never got his phone number. We both got kicked out of camp, so that was that. Such a sad ending to this story. But again, If I could teach you anything, don't have sex at camp, you guys. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And if for some reason you do it, don't get caught like me. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this story. If you did, again, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, again, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. I am sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video.